Or I don't want to talk about something here. Let me lower the volume a minute. Alright, so there's this thing in Wizard where, there's a conviction. And basically what that do is supposed to prevent you from crit opponents from critting so much. But look what happens when I crit. I don't only have a crit bubble up, or whatever. I have a minus 25. The dude is trying to defend against me. I crit. He has a conviction. This is legendary. Have the one of the decent crit gear. Look, it doesn't block. Like King's L. Like you do realize when people. I know there's some PvE gears that farm and get their gear, but that's only so they can PvP. They do the stuff to farm their gear, so either PvP or play with their friends in their houses. So here's the thing, like this should not happen. I know for a fact that if he's running conviction, that means his block is relatively decent. He's trying to protect from crits. He saw me crit last game when we were playing the 4v4. The only reason why I won against this dude is because of a fucking lucky instance where this should not happen. This right here. This is not okay. This shit is not okay. Like, this is completely unbalanced for any reason. This should not happen, period. This is absolutely disgusting. This should not happen in a competitive format like this. Look, if I didn't crit, the availing hands would have done a decent amount of damage. He would have been able, if he hadn't crit, he would have lost. This is with a conviction up. A conviction. A spell which blocks critical hits. He trained in conviction. Okay? This is not okay. I don't remember this was a minus 95, a plus 95 stun, 95, whatever the hell it is. But listen, this is not okay. This is a problem when your meta for all wizards, there are even like level 100 PvP. If you cast your shadow spell and you crit and you have tree, you lose. In legendary, it's basically the same thing, but if you crit something, it's just a loss and you have a decent amount of pierce, you just lose because you can't. There's not enough to defend this because of the pierce mechanic. And people who say Jades are a problem, no, they're not the problem. You are the problem because you suck balls at the game and you can't fucking play properly. Like, all you gotta do is have pierce and go through their shields and you just keep attacking and they win. And you can do, Myth can just destroy Jade because they can shatter, they can break all their shields and all this shit. Believe me, I've done meme Jades as a Mangus and Master. This shit does not work if you have a person that knows what they're doing and they have shield or shatter or earthquake. Even without a mastery, you could still beat a Jade. You don't need a Myth Mastery to win. But the issue is all these idiots on the game, like all the little kids, are crying because it's a Jade. I don't know how to deal with it. Like when I was watching Dakota play a game of how he was playing fire, right? He had 100% whatever the hell it was. Like, oh, you must be Jade. That's impossible. How are you doing it? It's like, no, I'm not Jade. I just know how to fucking play the game. So I was able to set for you properly because I've seen you before, and you were talking in the arena, so you had your stats revealed, and whatever. People do not know how to play video games. It's honestly really frustrating because I have played people many times in certain instances where I played a video game and I sort of won, this should not have been my game. That conviction was supposed to stop that crit. It did not stop it. This is how you balance your game at level 60. You do realize the Wisteria gear literally is the reason why I run this game. If I didn't have that, level 60 boots these crits keep going through. My crit is 41% at legendary. That is not okay. Like, see, like, if you didn't crit, like, if crits didn't exist, this game would be a whole lot more strategic. Even at level 100 or whatever, crits just matter too much. And, like, the fact that they're in the game and they do what they do is so stupid to me. Like, this guy has a very good gear setup. Like, his gear setup's very good. He's damaged, has decent resist, got a really decent pet. Like, he worked his ass off to get this pet. You know what? Like, if you don't care about your fucking community, like, what do people do when they fucking level? What do they do? Just gonna farm fucking a duel all day? Like, no. All you fucking do at King's Isle is fucking sit on your ass, sit in the comments. So, I'm just freely give away crowns to whoever gets this right. Oh, you're literally giving like 4K crowns. You do realize people have spent more than you give away. Like, what the fuck? Like, people... Like, if you cared about your video game, what you would do is testers would go, like, all these idiots that fucking dick around and fucking hang out with their fucking clique in the fucking commons or whatever realm they want to hang out in. Instead of dicking around in there, they should fucking do PvP. Like, they should do PvP. Like, 102 damage. And Pierce. It's not even much Pierce. But imagine if I had all my proper Pierce jewels. And I'm running accuracy because I don't want to run Pierce because I have the fucking... the enchant that does the thing. But here's the problem with the thing. Like you want to balance this shit out. Like, look, this is Conviction. He's probably running a decent amount of block too. Like, I remember when I played, when my first crits came out, they were actually pretty good. They were balanced. If you did have enough crit, you weren't going to block. But now, like then they've changed it so like, oh, you wouldn't be able to crit as much. And like, from crits first came out, they were pretty decent. You know, you could block a decent amount of them. Like, I remember, like, it was hard to get a crit. But now, like, getting crits is just basically free. Why is that? You have so many gear choices and so many diverse pieces of gear that all you do is buy, like, get a rare drop and a fucking pack. And, you know, you just win. Like, there's just nothing you can do. Like having the ability to get a drop. Like, anything in the block, right? Like, anything that can help you. Like, see, the dude should Satyr here, but, like, still. I mean, leave that to the player. I mean, he has Helping Hands and Satyr, right? The Life Amulet, he's actually running a legit strat. I'm running memes, right? I'm running memes. He is running a legit strategy. He's using the Loomis Reaver Life setup. It's really cool. I like his setup. It's the way you put a weakness on and put pressure on the opponent. His strat is really solid. Now, just because I crit him, like, he's gonna think I'm dead. Like, he's taking this very well. Like, I crit this fucker. Like, I crit him. That's the only reason why I won. I won this game because I crit. Anything that you can crit, like, see the problem with turn-based, right? Turn-based makes Hellhound and Link Strat really good. I mean, sure, just throw triage, but like by the time they're the triage, like either you have a choice to triage or shield, and like if you triage, you're still taking damage from that overtime because it's turn-based, and there needs to be a mode where you can do not turn-based or turn-based and have different rankings, like Quick Match. That could be a ranked mode in ranked. It could be like you don't have to make it a different pedestal. You can select the mode and each play, and you can rank in the different modes. You can become a quick match warlord. You become a tournament warlord. Whatever. There doesn't need to be this. Only put this shit in quick matches. Like if turn-based was in quick match. Hey, Beaver, who had the power pip, or like whoever had like the best shit. And your game is already pay to play as it is. Like I paid for the boots. Like I paid for this shit. I paid to win, you know? And I've been playing this game for like fucking 8 years. I played the game since it fucking came out. Like, oh, I was off it for a little while, then I came back. But here's the thing, like, that's the problem, man. You want to throw all this bullshit out the fucking window. Like, oh, you want to throw balance out the window. Oh, let's just get shadow spells. Great. You know what? The crit system are being fucking busted as it is. Like, you rarely block, even in Exalted. When there's, like, you have to have, like, really good... And usually people don't carry much block. And if you want to... And people want to play High Offense. And if you can't block a crit, like, even with... Like, I had a 1 that's 108 crit. Like even with 110 block... Oh, like, with 50 block, you're, like... This guy who was doing a 4v4 couldn't block with 50% block. Bro. Like, this guy can't do anything because I fucking crit. This match would have been his if I didn't crit. And when you have a game that relies on that, that's really, really bad. This is a really bad meta for, like, anything. Like if this were, like, 100, all you do is just blade, just fucking tree. Just trap, tree. And fire auto, like, you bring out Bernie Sanders to fucking fire tree, he's dead. That's it. That's all you do is bring fucking Bernie out, and he's, like, fucking dead. And, the thing that people don't understand about any sort of, like, when your crit system is unbalanced, like, I mean, like, if there was a clause where you couldn't, like certain functions won't work. I wish there was, like, a no crit mode where, like, the crit stat just eliminated. Like, I wish there was, like, a no crit mode where, like, if you have crit on, it would just be, like, deflected. It won't be any crit. See, I mean, if people would be down for that, like, there'll be, like, no crit. Like, the crit stat will be eliminated from your gear. Which, I think people would be down for that. And crits don't balance the game. In fact, they break it because, like, a crit... Here's the thing, with a crit, like, you could still do, like, a lot without a crit, like, you know? The issue is not the damage. It's what the crit does that makes it powerful. A crit does nearly double. I believe it's, like, double damage, that's what Diego says. But I'm not sure, like, if Diego's correct, but I do believe it is double damage. This is the problem with a system that they don't care about any sort of level PP. They know, they have logs. They know they have probably, like, they're probably, like, have security cameras recording their fucking matches. They know. And the people that they give a shit about are the people that, you know, don't really give a fuck or don't know what the hell they're doing. The scrubs that don't know what they're doing. That play this game. And, like, if it takes one crit or being a fucking storm with a 100 and, like, fucking, like, plus damage at, like, level fucking 30. Like, if you don't, like, here's the thing with crits. You versus a storm, they're going full offense. Like, you don't, like, they just insane you, like, they wild bolt and insane. You don't even get to pick a fucking spell. Like, there was this asshole, like, Dakota Earthhorn met the same asshole as I did. The same asshole that was, like, flaming and shit. It's, like, so annoying. And that's kind of the problem. People will flame and say, aha, I won it. Yeah, okay, you won because, like, shit. You won because you got a crit. Oh, big deal. You won because of your crit. How adorable. Wow, you're so skilled. You won because you crit. Good job. How am I going to give you a fucking doggy treat, bro? You won because you were fucking Storm. And Storm people don't have to fucking try. In Legendary, and, like, the lower tiers of PvP, Storm is just busted. Like, a Magus with 100 base damage is not okay. Even if they fizzle, it doesn't fucking matter. You lose. Because you will fucking fizzle. There's nothing you can do. And you will lose. That is the problem with Storm in general. That's the problem with them. No matter what you do, you will lose. And that is the big issue with Storm right now. And, like, you know, any sort of, like, Storm's got a lot of crit, and you're not blocking it. When Storm crits wild bolts you, and it does even, like, middle, like, it's still doing a lot. Like, you just wild bolts you, you're just dead because, like, oh, this game's fucking balanced. Oh, great. And then, like, he can get around the shield ship by using an insane. That is stupid. And Storm's like 100, and he's like, so, aha, imagine that being this, or whatever. Dude, you're fucking Storm. You don't have to try shit. When I said, oh, you don't have to try shit because you're Storm, that was a fucking satisfying day when I roasted that fucking guy because he was fucking Storm. And see, like, this is, like, well, the only reason why I won because I crit. I paid for crit and I won. This guy is trying to farm for his robe, you know, and he's, like, playing the peeve with me because he was a cool guy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I felt bad because I was kind of, like, being an asshole to him, but, you know, this guy was cool. Like, we were playing, we were having fun. Yeah, and see, the thing is, like, he healed, right? Like, he healed, like, if he satyred, I mean, he was still, even if he satyred, he would have been dead anyways. Because, like, he couldn't do anything. Like, if he satyred, he'd have to satyr twice, he'd have to draw into it. If he didn't draw into his satyr, he lost. This is why crit and, like, shadow spells should not be in PvP. I say crit shouldn't be in PvP because this game used to take a lot of skill. When I remember, like, when I was Grandmaster, you know, when everything was, like, you know, second age, there was no, like, the second age and third age were the fucking best. You know, before the level 9, whatever age was, like, just legendary and, like, fucking Aura Mage shit, like, whatever that was. That shit was the best fucking age, bro. Like, I got legendary, I was fucking messing around, dicking around with my bounce. This is when my bounce was, like, level 68, and it was, like, I have nothing past the Safaria. That was the best fucking age in Blizzard's history. Like, it took Strat to win. And you bred your pet to have Sprightly, Unicorn, you know. That was back in the day. Now it's just you have all this damage and all this bullshit, or, like, either lots of defense, and if you have, like, a bunch of fucking pets that cast a bunch of fucking healing downs, and it's like, why? Like, you put all this shit in the game, and you don't think about, you know, you don't think about the people who actually care about Peeve. You know, the people who flame are idiots, and, yeah. Yeah, maybe you have a point when you say your player base is not doing much Peeve because they're farming for their fucking gear so they could do Peeve, because there's literally nothing to do in this game. Like, there's nothing to do. Like, it's so bad. Like, I mean, the events are great and everything, but we should get a little more. We're paying $9.99 a month, or having to pay crowns. If you're a free-to-play player, like, why the fuck can't you pay, like, 5,000 gold for a PvP? It's not fair that you have to, like, not only do you have to buy a subscription to, like, not pay money to do a match. Like, if you don't earn enough crowns, like, your earning crown thing is shit, first of all. Like, you don't earn much. You would probably have to sit there for, like, a decade. Like, if you sat there for, like, probably, like, 12 years doing those fucking bullshit quizzes and games, you'd probably unlock up to Bar de Bone. Like, for a decade. You know what's a game of a lifetime? Because the bullshit that you have to do to fucking get all this stuff done. And the people that peeve are literally fucking addicted to the game. Like, they're addicted. They're probably smoking weed or having drinks or, you know, whatever. They're, you know, they're just dicking around and, you know, playing peeve. That's what it is. And that's sad. When people are so addicted to the game that they can't get a grip. Like this guy here, like this guy, I'll keep repeating the clip of, he did an absolutely good play. Because if I didn't crit through that, that's conviction. That's not critical. That's conviction. Just so you guys know that. That's conviction bubble. It was a minus 90, I believe. It was like the regular one, I think. But that's not the point, man. That's not the point. Like, the thing is, this should not happen. I only won that because I crit. And no matter what, players can call it a good game, whatever, but this is not okay. This is not a format. Like, when you make a system where, like, if you wait too long in a fire, they head count you, all they have to fucking do is link you, and you just fucked unless you have the, like, decent defense. Unless you're highly defensive, there's no way you're blocking this. Like, if you had a high defense set, like ice, yeah, you may survive. You may survive. And, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Like, unless you balance your shit, like, people are eventually going to piss the game. And yeah, it's just unfortunate that people don't care about their video game. The people that made PvP, you know, the way it is, are the same people that still do it every fucking day. The community is bigger than you think, KingStyle, and I want you to think about this for a second. I'm not swearing out of my ass because, you know, I'm mad. I'm just frustrated because the fucking game, you know. I shouldn't say these F word, but, you know, I know it's a kid game, I shouldn't try hard. But this is a game for everybody, and if PvP is what a lot of people that are adults want to do, you shouldn't fucking make it so, you know... I'm sorry I'm swearing so much, I'm just got in my habit. I should get out of it. Anyway, but that's not the point, though. The problem is with your system. In PvP right now, you should make crit matches an option. Like, making crit and piercing an option is an absolutely a thing. Like, making anything an option is an absolutely great thing. Always remember, make things an option. It's very important that you do that. And I know you nerfed Jade, Juju, but, like, there was ways to beat it. Like, when people Jade, the idiots that Jade, you know, like, not to cut Earthworm, but, like, some of the idiot people that Jade always have, like, high, like, usually just do nothing but shield and heal, whatever. See, with the Dakota Jades, or, like, the smart people Jade, they at least have a way to win. They try to kill your opponent so that way they can't do anything. And the reason why people jaded because everyone was being using offensive spells like little bitches, so that's the way they knew how to counter it. People got mad at this and like, oh, but now they just nerfed Juju, which is, you know, I mean, Juju was kind of degenerate, but you had things like Cleanse to remove it. When you jade Juju, I mean, all Wiz had to do was make it so it's not only, all Wiz had to do was make it so you couldn't make TCs of it or reshuffle it in the deck. That's all they literally had to do, is make it so in PvP you can't reshuffle it. You need only stupid nerfs on it, because like if you use it only once, if you only have it once per use, well, the card itself only once per use. You know, like reshuffle did, once you use a reshuffle, you cannot use it again. Like with anything, like if it would have one times would have fixed the thing. That would have fixed it, because like, then you can even make a treasure card, and even if have to put TC in there, and eventually they'd run out. Juju Spam was easily avoidable if all they did was make it a one-time use card in PvE. PvP and PvE, they just used the old effect. You didn't need the 25%. And no, this is not a good game. This is just, you lost the bullshit plays. And I'm sorry you did. And I made a YouTube video about it, you know, it's kind of a joke, you know, just throw it out there. But I want to just address this issue that, you know, he had a conviction up. He lost because of the crit system being broken or whatever. So yeah, when this gets uploaded tomorrow, my internet's kind of dying right now, so I really can't really do anything. And I'm sorry about this, so... Anyway, we're going to see you all later, so thank you for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow probably if my internet's okay, but my internet is for right now is kind of dead. So peace out, bros. Peace out. Thank you all. I will see you all later. Bye-bye. This should be uploaded probably tomorrow at the latest in a couple hours.